Hello and welcome to the Metal Cell podcast. I'm delighted to say I've been joined by Danny and John O'Brien. How are you, lads?
Good.
Grand out, can't complain.
So, it's been a while, Danny, since you've been here anyway.
Yeah, I think it was like episode 2 maybe.
Episode 2 or 3, Jesus. That was, although, yeah, it was probably March or April, I'd say.
Yeah, it's like an anniversary show, you know.
Anniversary show, fucking hell. John, you've never been around before.
No, first time.
So welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I had your good mate Jim Tobin with.
I heard that one, yeah. I had to listen to that one, yeah.
Yeah. So, Irish Metal Achives, first of all. How long have you been doing it?
Oh, Jesus, we'll be coming up on about 10 years.
Right.
10 years at the end of this year.
Okay.
Officially at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Started out with just a blog on a blogger website, one of those things. And just did that for a few years, and kind of like yourself, once you started out, things kind of grew legs and arms and limbs all over the place.
And were you getting help with any?
At first, not really. A few people kind of pitched in a little bit every once in a while, but usually it kind of falls away again. It's hard to manage people. Yeah, it really is. So I've just kind of keep going at my own pace.
Right.
Sometimes it gets a bit more difficult. Obviously, you just have to kind of step away for a while and get a bit of headspace.
Yes, we all
take a breather from it all. So
you started with the blog, and what was it really? Was it just flyers and photos?
No, I suppose what started it really was there was the forums on the old Metal Ireland page. Everyone, you'd get these posts every once in a while of the older heads. They'd say, "Oh, such and such a demo from this band back in the early 90s or whatever," and I was like, "No, never heard it. Would love to, but never did. Never heard it." So, and it was always the same group of people ranting and raving about how good this band were and that band were. So I just had enough, and I said, right, I'm going to go off and I'm going to hunt these people down and get my hands on the demos and share them with people around the place. So.
Oh, all right. So you were actually kind of copying cassettes and moving them on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, long before your time, Dad. But wasn't your dad doing that anyway? He would have been kind of using blank cassettes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Did you ever come across his collection?
He just kind of showed me some of the classics like the Metallicas and stuff like that. But he's gotten way out of metal at this point now. Like he's into the techno, But like you kind of used to be able to go across on O'Connell Bridge, and there used to be a guy selling probably the concert from the night before out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
So you'd have.
It was in a basement, wasn't it?
What?
It was out of a basement or something.
Was it really? Yeah.
I think there's one. I remember one place. It was a basement. You'd go down in, and he'd have literally the gig from the night before, and he'd have the tapes out, and heaps of other shows from back then as well.
Yeah. And of course, you're buying them then, and you don't even know the quality. They're blank TDKs, and put them on, and you're just going fucking hell. You can hear a guy screaming or whistling through most of the gig. You're nodding there, John. This happened a few times, yeah.
That's just the ins and outs of it.
So you must have crossed paths then at Clancy a fair bit.
Not usually, no.
Okay.
I suppose I met him in the last while. Even like most of those guys from back in the day. I didn't get to Cork until I suppose the late 90s.
Right.
I didn't really know any of the lads back then, so it would have been later on in the, I suppose, mid-2000s I got to know the likes. Well, would have met Pat Clancy and the likes of Brian Quirk, those fellas, and Paul Keane and all those.
Okay.
But no, I was pretty much a lurker back in the day. I had friends from school. We were all into metal and stuff, but I'd go to shows with them up in Dublin or whatever. But as far as the Cork scene, I was just kind of lurking in the shadows. I'd go to the gigs and stuff, but I wouldn't really know many people.
Yeah. Would you have met Dara at that stage from Invictus?
No. Was
that before or after?
There was where was it? It was in the Crew Skeen.
Because he used to run maybe a gig or two out of Fermoy.
Yeah, no, I was. That was way before my time.
Okay.
That was way before my time. I think the first time I met Dara was how long ago? Maybe 8 or 9 years ago.
Right.
He was at a merch stand in the Crew Skeen.
Okay.
For he was helping out with one of the bands or something, and I just went up and started chatting to him. So.
Yeah, that's cool. So then, how did the two of you lads meet up?
Grinder.
You wish.
What was it? It was for the In the Pit gigs, wasn't it? Was it around then?
You were just starting with the gigs and stuff. And,
I had chatted to you a few times when I was in Pethrophile before Pethrophile started, just about getting on Irish Metal Achives, so we kind of knew each other then. But I don't know how we started working together first.
That was pretty much it. Just you started doing the gigs, and I show up at the gigs, and we said hello again, and that was it. As I got to know Danny, I kind of put a couple of shows together. I helped a couple of bands doing shows. I know Mother Mooch were down one time with 10 Ton Slug and Partholon, and they were just looking for help doing posters and putting posters around the town and stuff. So I just printed posters for them, put them into the Freds, put a few up around the streets as well and stuff like that, organised that. Okay.
But again, it's handy to have someone else helping you, Dan.
Yeah, someone to tell me some of my ideas are shit and stuff like that, and a bit of legwork as well, because John does an awful lot. So it's really handy. He's very proactive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's great. And of course, the reason why you're here is to promote two shows, I suppose, really. The first, the warm-up show.
Oh yeah, so we've Draconis next week. It's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. February the 8th in Fred's.
February the 8th. With New Age Messiah, Drought, and
Tombs.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared to talk about this gig.
Yeah, no, so it's coming up. It's relevant.
So that should be really interesting. We had Draconis for Urban Assault last year, and they were really
fantastic.
And kept in touch with the lads, and they wanted to do a show around this time of the year anyway. So I was like, fuck it, let's just... Can I swear? Yeah, cool. Sure, I've done it now. So we said we'd just put it together like this. It was meant to be their album launch initially, but I don't think they had it ready in time for the show, or else it was meant to be a later show. I'm not sure what way it went. So we said we'd do it as an Urban Assault warm-up show anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully it'll be a good crack,
Yeah, I mean, Tombs should be coming out with a new album or EP anyway in the next, I'd say, month or two anyway. They're doing Savage stuff as well from Limerick.
Yeah.
And Drought as well. So yeah, that's a great lineup, man.
Yeah, it should be very interesting.
And how much is it to get in for that one?
I think it's, I don't know off the top of my head, I think it's 7 before, 9 and 5 after, or something like that.
Okay.
But I don't know off the top of my head.
And that's in Fred's?
That's in Fred's, yeah.
So cool. And then, of course, the main one then, Urban Assault. So on the Friday, do you want to kind of go through...
do you want to do the Friday there, John?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, usually it was just the Saturday. Okay. But then Danny, I was gone at this stage. I was gone from helping with Pethrophile and stuff. And Danny was like, just the last show, be his last event, and he just wanted to go out with a bang, so he wanted to add the Friday.
Yeah.
And he just asked me to step in and help him out and try and organise the Friday bands for him, basically. So pretty much did.
Yeah.
That was it.
So you've got Body Drinkers. So that's kind of like a super group of Cork.
Yeah. Yeah, just a load of Cork heads. Ollie O'Shea was...
Demeter, wasn't it?
Yeah, Demeter and I suppose Dominus back in the day. And Mold is his other one.
Okay.
He's got another project, black metal project. He's going kind of black thrash kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really good album out last year from them as well. But he's got his super group going. He's got Mark O'Grady and
Suits there, yeah.
Barry Tron, Barry English.
There's loads looking forward to seeing Barry English
back behind the kit.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Barry. Paul Walsh was with X and Ferris, I think, back in the day. And Mark Allen then.
I think X and Ferris are actually kind of they're rehearsing. They were last year anyway, so there might be something from them.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I think it's just going to be a kind of a studio project kind of thing.
Right.
We'll find out more on the day when we talk to
them. Have they appeared before as Body Drinkers?
No.
So
this will be the first performance. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, something different.
Yeah,
sure.
Something new.
originally booked them, they didn't have a name yet.
They didn't.
That's how new they are, you know.
Really? Yeah.
We were waiting for the poster for ages. Like, have you got a logo yet, lads? No, we don't even have a name.
Have they got a logo even?
Just get a scribbly black metal logo and it'll be fine.
Jesus, black metal logos don't go there. And then of course Galloc.
Yeah, they've had such a year,
haven't they?
Yeah, just from out of nowhere. Really, it's just they've gone from strength to strength. There's a good buzz behind them.
Yeah. Shout out to Jack there. So Sacrilegia then.
Sacrilegia, yeah, they have their album out on Dara's Invictus label, Invictus Productions.
Yeah.
It was one of my highlights from last year. It's an absolutely fantastic album. I loved it. It's short enough. It's about just over 30 minutes or something, but it's just it's straightforward, to the point. There's no messing about with it. It's a great release. They
played Live Viva London in January, a festival, and I came across them doing the Invictus 20-year festival in the Siege as well. I met Jay there. Did any of you go to the church gig? That was on the Saturday.
No, I didn't get to go to that. No, the tickets flew for that.
It did, yeah. It was an unusual setup, to say the least, but it was a big success, you know. Next up is Gord. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, just Gord. That's Hick from. He's with Coskra as well.
Okay.
Well, he had left Coskra, but he's back with him now again.
So is he doing double duties?
Yeah, he is on the night. Yeah,
Man Hick.
He's also doing vocals for Atheos as well. Another fantastic band. I love them. And he was at I think he was with On Pain of Death back in the day with Oliver Cunningham. Up Mayo direction when he was back up that way. So yeah, he's no stranger to the scene. But it's just himself and Ray Keenan from Wreck of the Hesperus. So that'll be a bit of a head wrecker of a set, I'd say.
So is it kind of noise doom or
you can't even describe it.
I think they're actually working on an album, as far as I know.
They should be.
Yeah.
They did a release last year on Cursed Monk as well from Cursed Monk Records.
Shout out to Roger.
Yeah,
he's doing great work there in Cursed Monk. Yeah. Eternal
Hellcarax.
Black metal from Cavan.
That's it. Yeah. They've been around for a good while now as well, but their album, what's their last album? I can't think of the name of it now. Times of Desperation. That's it. It's an excellent release as well. I loved it. Yeah. They've got a fair few spins in the car.
They're actually playing a lot of gigs this year. They're Metal at the Masses and Iron Mountain.
Yeah. I think there was some issue with them last year. They couldn't do live shows, so they're back with a bang now this year.
Yeah, and I think they're in the studio as well. And the last one I think of the night is Coskra. Yeah. And that's their first time
in Cork. Yeah.
Cork, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was. Yeah, they were on my hit list for a while. For a couple of shows. We were supposed to have them down a couple of years ago with Verkalac.
Oh, was that the show that you made the poster for? That never happened?
We had a savage poster made for that, but it was all cancelled and everything. It was.
Were Malthusian meant to be on that as well, or was that
just
You Having Dreams?
No, that was a different one. That was a whole different one. That was way back in the Urban Jungle days when we were doing a couple of shows there. But
I'd say they're going to actually be playing a lot of new material as well.
They should do, yeah. They haven't had a release for a while, so they're bound to be sitting on some new stuff.
Yeah, the demo was released in 2016. Imagine, Jesus, that's like a long time ago. And it's another Invictus band as well. So Invictus are well represented for the Friday. If you're into your black metal trash,
I think it was just more of a theme than anything else. To just get a big blast of this, something just a bit dirtier and edgier than like usually the Urban Assault, especially during the day, was a bit safer. It was more I suppose a more rounded.
Yeah, it's a lot more variety. There's something for everyone.
So this is just the Friday night was just just get a straight punch in the face to start it off.
It's John's wish list. A fair play, man. You got it anyway. So that's
we'll see how it goes now. We'll just have to fingers crossed.
Have you decided on who's doing sound actually?
Cormac Derry.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Cormac.
So we got Cormac back because he wasn't going to do any shows. I think he was meant to be moving to Dublin, but then he decided against it. So he's like, "Come back, do one last show. Come on."
Hey.
So
cool. So Saturday, Dan. Ever Deadwood.
Yeah, so that's a black metal band from Cork, and that has Ger from Gaelic on drums as well, so he's doing double duty too, the Friday and the Saturday.
Right.
So we had them a few months ago at a show, and they were really, really good, kind of atmospheric black metal. And they were one of the first bands to kind of write in when we did the application process as well last year.
Right.
So we have them opening the day, and Ger is actually providing his drum kit for both days as well, so shout out to Ger. Yeah.
I saw him playing with Soothsayer and Eponym last year. Yeah. I think it might have been their second or third gig. Not sure, but they were excellent.
Yeah, they're very tight.
Yeah. Next one up is Rupturation.
Rupturation, yeah. So they're a kind of extreme death metal band from Northern Ireland, and I believe some of the members are in a few other bands.
Used to be Enshrouded, as far as I know.
Enshrouded, and there's another one as well, isn't there? They have another. They have their fingers in all the pies, these lads.
Yeah.
But yeah, just straight up death metal.
Yeah.
Should be very interesting at 2:00 in the day.
Yeah. I saw their single Strife. Was filmed in an abandoned warehouse. You know. It was really good actually. They're on Hostile Media as well.
Yeah.
There's a few bands. from the north on Hostile Media, Overwrought as well, and of course Zora.
Zora is the new one coming out,
class.
Yeah. And they've come down a fair bit as well to Cork, to be fair.
They have, yeah. They haven't been played as much lately though, have they?
I saw them last year, definitely. I'm not sure what it was for, but they were down in the Spalpeen.
They played Urban Assault 2 years ago, I think. Or
was that it?
Last year? Was it last year or the year before?
Fucking, I tell you.
Overwrought, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago then?
It was two years ago, yeah. I think it was 2 years ago.
Must be us getting old.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Well, speak for yourselves, lads.
This band, I just don't want to miss. Lockhorns.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
And my hands are shaking again. Pain is drowning my mind again, and by all this greed I can see through you in centuries of rage. Strange, these hollow eyes never play. Trapped in this decade, I'll rape the world from behind this garden mask. Where to go? I'm growing hungry again. Fuck your innocence. I won't think twice about smothering your light. Run with every step of the way, dragging through the dirt. I wanna kill something beautiful. Traces of this life they fade. Replace my home. This rage. Stepping towards the black abyss. Blinded by this desert.
Seen him before?
No.
It'd
be my first time seeing him actually.
Yeah, they should be very interesting. So basically these guys are on Enzo Music Management, who I was working with briefly. Okay. So when I was working with Enzo wanted me to get a few of the Enzo bands on Urban Assault, and Lockhorns were one of them, so I had to listen to them, and I was like, yeah,
these
ones are going on anyway, for sure.
Yeah.
Very groovy. very kind of polyrhythmic, and I think they'll go down really well with the younger crowd as well. You know, they'll be in at that time. You know, for the underagers and stuff.
Yeah, what time is that at?
They're on
early enough, are they?
Early enough, around 2:45, I'd say.
Okay.
You know, just based on.
And of course, it's their first ever show in Cork.
Yeah.
They blew everybody away as well in Bloodstock.
Yeah, they did really well there.
So that was nice as well. You know, fair play to them. Another band that I'm really looking forward to seeing as well is Sky Pilot.
before.
I've seen them a couple of times. Yeah, even years ago they kind of disappeared for a while, but they're back now, and they've the new album, The Affront, which is excellent as well.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to listen to it yet. Was that released last year?
Last year, yeah, towards the middle or the end of last year, yeah.
And they're kind of, for people that haven't heard them, they're kind of proggy stoners, is it? Or are they a bit kind of clutch?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. They're not outright metal, but there's a bit of a stoner rock vibe to them. Yeah, it's just good music.
And I love watching 3-pieces as well. If they're good, you know, they're fucking
live. They're fantastic live. They really are. They just put on a great show.
Yeah, and another 3-piece, The Crawling. What can you say that hasn't been said about them before?
Yeah,
they're fantastic,
superb. Like I got the tape version of their the album that they released last year. I jumped on it straight away, and it's fantastic. Love it. Yeah,
they just do everything so well. Super professional. Their reputation now precedes them because of that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you know? And they're absolute gents to work with as well. They're so easygoing. They're helpful. They're very helpful as a band.
Yeah. They were the first band that were booked at the very start. They were the first ones we contacted.
Good start.
We wanted them straight away.
Yeah, and of course they're making an appearance on the Thursday in Bloodstock as well.
Yeah, that's great news.
You know, invited. They didn't have to go through the whole competition.
Well, they've done all the hard work, all the groundwork, so they deserve it at this point.
And as well as that, their merch is fantastic.
They have the reputation at this stage, so
yeah, well deserved. Dog Tired.
Oh, stop! I can't wait.
Yes.
probably going to be the highlight for me, to be honest. I met Luke from Dog Tired last year because he was playing guitar for Razor Sharp Death Blizzard.
Okay.
And I'd heard of Dog Tired before, but not for a while, so he gave me the CD anyway, and he goes, can we play Urban Assault next year? And I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll have a look at that. Stuck on the CD at home. I was like, Jesus Christ, who are these lads? You know. And then the new album came out, and it was one of my most listened albums last year. It's just outstanding. Yeah. If you haven't listened to it yet, it's just really good. What's it called? Beyond the Grave.
Electric Abyss.
Electric Abyss. Yeah, sorry, that's one of the tracks on it. But it's just brilliant from start to finish. Just very groovy, riff laden kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah. They've been around since 2004, would you believe?
Yeah.
Good way, yeah.
I think they've played Cork before and everything, but it was just a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're playing Galway as well. It's a Friday.
Yes, they're doing a mini tour.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Probably with Black Shook, no?
Not sure. No.
Oh no, sorry, that will be Razor Sharp Death Blizzard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because they're coming back as well.
They're coming back as well. Really looking forward to that. I think it's the Siege, isn't it?
The Siege, but I think there might be one or two more dates as well.
Okay.
I think they may be coming to Cork too.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have a hand in it, but I heard.
So Dog Tired, they're playing festivals and tours, so 2020 will be a busy year for them anyway.
Yeah, especially with that album. That album's phenomenal.
Yeah. So anybody that didn't get a chance to listen to it, be sure to check it out. Asect.
Asect, yeah, so they just smashed it at Bloodstock as well.
Yeah.
New vocalist, Tony, from Restive Nation. There's not a lot about Asect that we can say that we haven't said already. You know, they're just absolutely blistering live. We've booked them a lot of times. We've worked closely with Luke, their drummer in Pethrophile. He does a lot of the artwork and stuff for us, so Asect have kind of always been there.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Not recently, he hasn't done stuff for us, but in the first 3 or 4 years he did quite a lot.
Right. How did that connection happen?
I think it was just from when I was playing guitar in Pethrophile. I met Asect in Dublin or something like that, and we just became friends.
Yeah.
So Luke has always kind of had us that way, and the t-shirt we're doing for Urban Assault this year is going to be based on the image on the first Urban Assault poster, which Luke did.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
So full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah. Can you remember? Well, what is the image? I can't remember.
It was the kind of a gas mask image.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I could root through my thousands of black t-shirts. I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Oh no, we didn't have a shirt for that one.
Oh really?
Yeah. We only did shirts last year.
Okay.
That was the first time.
Yeah, that was the one I got then. Okay. So they're due a release. They should be. They have a single, Blind Fate, out. But their last EP was Devour the Earth, which was
that was
2015.
Yeah, it was a good while ago.
Yeah, and was with a different vocalist as well. And he plays guitar in what band?
Grave Servant.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're playing Clang also, and The First Gathering, which is the Irish Metalheads one up in Drogheda.
On Drogheda, yeah.
So they have a busy year as well. What about Legion of Wolves?
Legion of Wolves is... I suppose there's a couple of... Are they Polish lads?
A few of them are.
Eastern European anyway, but then there's Corey Sloan and Jason Connolly.
Yeah.
Who are old heads from countless number of bands. Yeah. There's a list as long as your arm, the amount of bands the two of those fellas have been in. I think they both played in Abaddon Incarnate back around the Nadir days. Mm-hmm. Or Nadir, or whatever you want to call it. But Rake of bands, but it's just straight up death metal as well. It's class. It's really good stuff.
Their album is Heavy Massive Murder, and it was produced by Gavin Doyle of Symmetry.
Oh yeah, Gavin. He plays in Axial Symmetry as well. Yeah,
he's a mate of yours, is he? Well, you know him anyway.
Well, yeah, he was doing some of the posters and stuff for us before Luke swooped in. You know, so he did the pit ones and stuff like that.
I did actually.
Yeah.
Cool. And Danny, this is over to you for Voices. This is going to be an exciting one as well.
Yeah, so we said we'd take a chance, a bit of a wild card. So Voices is made up of a few members of Acker Cocky.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that right? Yeah. I've been calling them Acre Coke.
Acres of Coke.
Acres of Coke. Fucking the dream.
Ackercock, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So they're kind of like an avant-garde black metal outfit, very experimental. very intense kind of black metal.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. They don't really fit under a specific genre. It's just quite experimental.
Right.
But it was funny. I told the Crawling that I'd booked Voices, and I asked the Crawling if they would play after them. And end the night, and they refused.
Jesus.
Because the drummer in Voices is just a machine, David Gray.
Yeah.
So the drummer in the Crawling was like, no, we're not playing after them. I can't follow that. No, it's just not happening. I've never come across that in my life. That's mad.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
Yeah.
Are they kind of like My Dying Bride, or?
No, they're supposed to be more black metal, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a song on YouTube. It's like, it was a YouTube single track, which is just fantastic track.
Yeah.
But and they have a few albums and EPs and stuff as well. But yeah, it
is a wild card. Yeah.
It's a wild card, big time. Yeah,
and there'd be a lot of interest in it too.
Yeah,
to watch them.
Yeah, I'd say their live show will just be very intense. So yeah. We're hoping that people enjoy it. Their album is called London, I believe, so just check that out. It's very, very good.
Yeah, they might be releasing a new one as well in 2020, I think.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of kind of teasers on their social media, alright.
I think all their stuff is up on their YouTube channel anyway. So
yeah, they're very proactive that way.
Yeah.
And of course then Zealot Cult to finish the night.
Zealot Cult, yeah. What can you say?
Yeah. It's a good choice.
Yeah, another machine of a drummer to follow.
Every member of that band is a machine.
Yeah.
Just you can't fault them.
No, they're superb. That album, Spiritual Sickness, is, I've spun it so many times now, it's not even funny. Like,
yeah. They're working on new material as well. I'm not sure who was telling me that, but apparently it's excellent anyway.
Yeah. If Morbid Angel were from Castlegonal, like.
Yeah. It's they're just live, they're phenomenal, The last time I saw them was with Memoriam and 10 Ton Slug.
Oh, I'd say that was a good show.
It was a brilliant show, yeah. Jesus Christ. Like, they came on and just brought the fucking pain and death metal, everything, and you're just going, how is 10 Ton Slug going to follow it up? And then bang, knocked it out of the park. And then Memoriam, then just unbelievable. So that was a great concert. That was down in Limerick in Dolan's. So so that's,
and Celtic as well.
What?
Celtic as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of last minute changes.
They're one of the changes.
Yeah. So we kind of noticed that in the last few kind of bigger shows that the trad metal has gone down quite well. Like when we had Waylander at Urban Assault last year, people were gone mad for that. People were coming out of the venue with their faces painted like Waylander.
Necruja as well the year before.
Fantastic. The year before,
fantastic.
And we had Cruachan there just the year gone
For
as
Metal
well.
United.
So said we'd keep the theme going, and Celtcore were on the list as well. But when you have 12 slots and so much choice, it's sometimes hard to fit everyone in. So as soon as there was a dropout, I was like, yeah, I know who I'm going to email right away.
Cool. Are they the only edition?
No, Turnham Valley are coming back as well. They played the first Urban Assault.
Okay.
They had a massive response at the first one.
Zealot Cult were a replacement as well because Divine Chaos pulled out.
Ah, yes, that's who I was trying to think. Divine Chaos. They're UK, are they?
Yeah, UK death metal band. They're very good. Saw them last year in Brighton, supporting Decapitated. Really, really good band.
Yeah. So that's it, rounded up nicely. I think it's a great lineup and a fitting way for you to bow out of it.
Yeah, looking forward to becoming a spectator again.
And I'm bowing out of it again.
It's
it's about my third or fourth time trying to bow out of it.
Yeah. You're going to have to start going to meetings.
No, I'm done.
To gigs.
See, if you stop getting in touch with me, it's all done.
Oh man, this is the only way you'll talk to me.
So just briefly, Dan, how did you come to the decision?
How did I come to the decision? I don't know. I suppose it just.
First of all, let's tell everybody you're doing it for 5 years at least.
Yeah, just on 5 years. Now, I think it started in probably around February or March 5 years ago, and then the first gig was in June. It was the In the Pit. So we started with a 2-day gig, and we're ending with a 2-day gig.
Yeah, nice.
So. It wasn't intentional, but that's just the way it happened. We did 1 or 2 shows before that, but it wasn't under Pethrophile. A few shows in Mr. Bradley's.
Right.
but it wasn't branded as Pethrophile, and kind of got a hunger for it then, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose it's just it takes a lot of time, and it's time that I don't have for other things then. So I just want to take a step back and kind of focus on career stuff, family stuff, stuff like that. Like, you know,
happens to us all, man.
Yeah, might go back to it at some point, but for the indefinite future, I won't be.
Yeah,
you know,
like your contribution to the Cork metal scene and Irish scene, like, has been fantastic. I'm glad to be in the position to say that as well, you know.
Cheers, appreciate you too, bud.
Thank you. John's delighted.
You should be saying that to him, not me.
Yeah. Any great memories, first of all? You should have thought about this.
I should have thought about this, yeah. God damn you and your good questions. I suppose, was it Urban Assault last year? Conjuring Faith were playing. It was maybe the year before, and Phil from Conjuring Faith had the wireless kit, and he was running all over the Spalpeen playing guitar. It was brilliant.
That's right.
Like that, you know, you miss those memories.
Yeah.
I think Stereo Nasty for me. That was
Stereo Nasty. When
delighted to have brought them to Cork.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had your video camera out, and the singer took it and started videoing you. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, it's a pity that they're gone. They were a great band.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen them in the Siege a few times as well. Real old school metal.
Yeah, it's great. I
Studs,
love seeing them
bells.
Yeah, see, there was a couple of Sieges. I saw them with they played with Portrait as well.
Right.
Up in the Casbah.
Who are Portrait?
Are they Swedish? Kind of, just heavy metal band.
Right. Okay.
Similar type of it. They were perfect fit. With Stereo Nasty were a perfect fit for him, but that was a good few years ago now. I think Brigantia played that one as well. Yeah.
And as well as that, how many people have you met?
Well, that's the thing. Like, loads of networking done now, so I suppose it might be handy for me when I start playing shows with my bands now.
Okay.
You know.
So you're still keeping that side of it?
Yeah, but just as a guitar player in the band.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know? Yeah.
So do you want to give a shout out to the band?
We haven't released anything or names or anything yet, so I can't.
All right. Okay.
So
it's how many views in it?
4.
Okay.
So one
Cork
guitar,
based, obviously.
bass, singer, drummer.
Cork based.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Cork metal scene over the last 5 years has definitely benefited and blossomed, thanks to ye as well. You know, what are your views of it at the moment with the first, and you have the first indoor festival of the year coming up? Any pressure?
Not really, no. Just looking forward to it more than anything else.
Yeah. Like Urban Assault has always gone kind of well, so not too worried. But also, please come.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no. This Cork scene has always been good. Even when things have been quieter, the venues have died away. Like when the Cruiskeen died away, we thought it was all over.
Yeah, I actually did think that as well.
Then there was Bradley's came along, and then that died away, and then the print shop, some great shows in the print shop.
Pause there. Tell us about Bradley's. I wasn't around that time, and maybe a lot of people weren't either. So.
It was a funny setup in Bradley's. There's absolutely cracking gigs there.
Where was it based?
It was up in Barrack Street, so kind of up the top of Barrack Street.
Past Nancy Spain's, is it?
Just before
yeah, no, past it again.
Past that, yeah.
If you're going up Barrack Street, it was beyond
just
it.
a little bit past it, yeah.
It was a bit of an old man's pub, but they had a room in the back, and it was like a snug.
Right.
But they threw pallets in and threw a few sheets of plywood or something, and
the drummers had an awful time on it.
Yeah. But the owners of the pub or something wouldn't get rid of the seating around it, and they wouldn't knock. There was like a walkway into the stage, and then there was just seating in front of the stage. But it was a really strange setup, but there were some great shows.
Yeah, so you'd have the drummer up on the pallets, and everyone else would just be on the main floor. Right. Because the stage was about half the size of the stage in Fred's.
Yeah.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
And I think there was a radiator in the kind of built into the seat that was in front of the stage, so they couldn't get rid of it, because if you get rid of the seat, you have to get rid of the radiator, and it was just too much work or something. And there was baking heat coming up onto the bands and everything.
Well, yeah.
And how many people could you fit into it?
It was a good space. It was a bit bigger than Fred's. You'd maybe twice the size of Fred's inside.
Oh, really?
That was in the back room. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they had a bar in the front, and then there was another little it was like an old sitting room that they made into a snug area as well.
And then the smoking area out the back as well. You could hear the gig perfectly because it was just beyond the wall of the stage.
Back wall, yeah.
So you could hear everything. I remember when I was booking shows in there as well, the barman was actually Con Doyle. So I was booking the shows through Con.
Fantastic. That's a nice connection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus. And then after Bradley's, you were saying what was the next spot?
The print shop put on some shows. Yeah, that was. It was very, very cramped, very small space, but they were very intimate gigs.
Yeah.
There's loads of shows. They're all different types of shows as well.
Where was that located?
It was kind of down by the bus station. It was like an old bike shop. There used to be a bike shop there behind the bus station.
Right.
It was like an old warehouse, but they kitted it out. They had a print shop in there, so it was literally printing T-shirts and flyers and posters and stuff. But then they literally built a box inside in this old warehouse.
Jesus.
And soundproofed it and had big curtains hanging inside. But I think it eventually got shut down. Somebody complained them for something, and the fire marshals were brought in, or fire warden was brought in or something, and they said, "No,
yeah, done." Have you any photos of those times?
I do. I have a few videos up on YouTube, on the Irish Metal Archive YouTube. Soothsayer and Nomadic Rituals in there. I've got Dread Sovereign and Verkalak played there.
Oh wow!
Horse played there as well, I think. So yeah, there's plenty of videos in there.
Yeah. Were you at any of those ones?
No, I've never been to the print shop, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just missed the shows and then it was gone.
Yeah.
What
year was that roughly?
Oh Jesus!
Was it like kind of 6-7 years ago or farther
back?
It
would have been around that, I suppose.
Right.
I'd have to look it up exactly, but not that long ago. Sure, it was.
I don't think it was 6 or 7. I think it was maybe 4 or 5.
And then from print works, then it probably went to Fred's, did it?
Kind of went back to Fred's.
Fred's was always kind of.
Fred's was always
there
on
in the
this
background.
thing,
yeah.
We tried a few shows in the urban jungle as well. When
Murdoch, but they were given out to us for the bass being too loud on doom gigs.
I don't think they fully appreciated what was happening.
Yeah, like we were directly below the pool room, so people were apparently complaining that the balls were moving on the table because of the bass. So what we did is we got these empty cardboard boxes from Argos and flattened them and put them underneath the speakers to try and dampen it a bit, but still no joy. And then the bar manager took Beamish out of the tap downstairs, and that was just the end of it.
No, fuck that.
Yeah. They made it very difficult towards it. Like they wanted us in at the first place because they wanted to do it for live shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But after the first 2 shows, by the time the third one we did came along, it was they'd made their mind up. They wanted us gone.
Good crowds at them as well.
With great crowds. The first one we did, the first Welcome to the Jungle, was packed.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Svetkant and Zora. I believe, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2 of them.
With your 5 years experience put behind you now, what Irish bands that came through, we'll say Pethrophile, are you particularly proud of to see him doing so well?
Really proud of Black Shuck.
Yeah.
Black Shuck have they just kind of came out of nowhere after negative results, finished and absolutely smashed it and metal to the masses and got the Bloodstock place. Asect would be another one. They played, I think, the very first Pethrophile show.
Yeah.
It would have been Asect, ourselves, Axial Symmetry, Here We Stand, a few other bands.
Okay.
And Asect have just been going in leaps and bounds, you know. Even when they lose a member, because I think they're on their 3rd vocalist now, and they're still just
knocking it out of the park.
Keeping on trucking, What
about Cork-based bands?
Cork-based bands.
Some band, I think they're called Galone.
They're doing it right
on the spot,
They don't need anyone's
help,
though.
They're playing on 2FM today, aren't they? Are they playing on 2FM?
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw something that they're doing an acoustic set on 2FM or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, mental. And they were on Metal Hammer. They were on Kerrang.
Yeah, they have to dump the flowery shirts, for fuck's sake.
The spicy shirts.
Yeah.
Indian tablecloths. But I think they all belong to Jake. Yeah. But sure, look.
I think Soothsayer are going to have a massive year this year. They have a release coming out soon. So
yeah, I heard a few early recordings and it's amazing.
They have an unmixed track on a compilation for Transcending Obscurity label,
that,
which is the mixed version. I'd be looking forward to hearing that and the rest of it.
And
they're a fantastic live band, though. Jesus.
Stop! It's an experience.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And another band that I love as well, Z-Ren.
Z-Ren, yeah, I've heard their new album as well.
Did you hear snippets?
I've heard bits in the car with Pavel. Alright, yeah.
What do you think?
It's wild. It's
I'm glad you said wild.
Yeah, I'd love to know what they gave Chris before he went in to record, because it's just madness. Although that's just Chris, really, isn't it?
It is Chris.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's mad. Now with God alone, isn't it?
It's crazy. Like
it's from strength to strength, though. Fair play to him.
Yeah,
but like, from the first few notes I heard of their first EP or their first demo EP, it's like you just knew they were onto something, like. And then when I found out that they were only like 16, 17 at the time, I was like, Jesus.
Is it Jack is doing the Leaving Cert this year?
Is he? Is there still some of them doing it? Jesus. Mental. Just quit, become a full-time rock star.
Yes.
You know?
Just stitch the shirts.
Yeah. You've a lot against those shorts, but
it's just probably
they're just not Gucci.
No, it's not that. It's
they probably are, though.
It was a great photo shoot, and I think that shout out to Shane, for doing the photo shoot. But everybody seems to be reprinting the same photos. And any other ones come to mind?
Cork
I think bands.
I don't know about Cork bands, but I think Zella Cult and The Crawling deserve every bit of success they're getting.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Like Zella Cult, I've been following for years. I saw them in Fred's. Jesus, how long ago was it? They were supporting Exhumed. The place was packed, absolutely. Like Fred's packed is an experience. Like, but it was a fantastic show. And The Crawling, I mean, they're just on a winner. Like, their sound is perfect.
Yeah.
That was me back in the day. It was the whole Doom Death thing. I loved it.
Yeah. And you haven't kind of strayed from that, have you?
I kind of wander, but I always come back.
Yeah, because I had to change, because none of the music that I loved as such. Now I like every type of genre. Black metal pushes it a bit too much for me, but
I think black metal today is different, though. There's people they're taking a chance. There's a lot more variety there, and there's a bit more atmosphere and things. Like what's his name, Cathal Hughes. He's with Eternum Valley now as well, and he used to be in, I think, Nautilus, back a few years. I think they're still going now again, are they?
I don't know.
But his black metal projects, Ska Na Deha, have a new album out now, literally just released. I think Tom Woodlock from Zora did the drums on it. But
really?
Fantastic. Oh my God. Love it. It's just, they're one of the most perfect black metal bands for me. I absolutely love everything they've done.
Yeah.
Cathal can't put a foot wrong. He's brilliant.
No, he's a phenomenal musician and vocalist as well. Like, he's just brilliant. Yeah,
he does it all. I'd say a big one from Cork for me would probably be Corrosa.
Yeah,
Corrosa have just come on leaps and bounds as well, and the album as well, Chalice Burner, just unbelievable. They're going to go places, like, there's no way they're not.
Yeah.
And Grey Stag as well. I know they're not from Cork, but
no,
Grey Stag just another one, like, they haven't been around for that long and just literally shitting out gold, like,
Yeah.
So.
And lovely lads.
I think if Corrosa got on a couple of UK shows or European shows, I think they'd
be
snapped up.
Wouldn't you love to see him in Desert Fest now or something like that?
Yeah.
And did you kind of dip your toe into the sludge much, John?
I a bit of everything, really. I can appreciate everything, let's put it that way. Even bit of 70s, 80s glam, prog rock. I love all of that stuff as well.
Are any of you actually going to Steel Panther? Yeah, cool. I'll see you there.
Have a ticket straight away.
I've none of their albums rang like that, but I just want to see the show,
New album isn't great in my opinion. There's one or two good tracks, but the rest of the albums are just perfect.
It's great to see them coming as well.
Yeah.
What I think it's 60...
44.
40 something.
Yeah, 44 with the booking fee.
The Joys of Cypress Avenue.
Yeah.
Like, you had that... You probably were the first to run a metal gig out of there.
No, I'd say Con was.
Was it?
Yeah, Con did Monolith out of there first.
Was Monolith there first?
And Conan there.
The second Monolith, last year's one.
Well, no, Conan was under the old Cypress Avenue one, about the new one.
Yeah, no, Monolith still would have been.
That was the first one. Yeah. And then Metal United then.
Yeah.
some setup, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's mad. Cypress Avenue were amazing. You know, it's so different to just renting a function room in the pub where you just get the room and you do everything else yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they pulled out all the stops for it.
I remember you were under so much pressure that day.
That's because there was only one key to get upstairs.
That was a pain in the hole.
That was such a pain in the hole, like, yeah. But other than that, it was fine.
Yeah.
Just stressed out a bit. Can't wait to not be stressed out.
There you go. Stand in the background now, sup your beers.
Yeah.
And watch someone else run around.
Yeah.
It's all about the work-life balance as you get older.
I think you've achieved that, John.
No, I haven't at all. Sorry. Yeah, I'm struggling with that one still.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to being able to go to more shows because, like, naturally, when you're putting on shows, most of your shows are on a Saturday, and most shows are on a Saturday. So if you're at your own show, you know, you're missing some other things.
Yeah.
So looking forward to being able to go to more things as well.
Yeah.
And just be able to chill out.
Yeah. And of course, you're there for any band that goes without saying if they need a bit of advice or help.
Oh yeah, like I'd be happy to help with anything I can. I'm not sure how much help I could be, but you know, if anyone's stuck for anything, it's no hassle, like, you know.
Yeah.
Or if I know someone that can help, I'll send them that person's way.
Yeah. Excellent stuff, lads. Again, Danny, John, much appreciated. And Danny, 5-year snapshot of the Cork scene. Pethrophile Promotions were in the middle of it, so well done.
Cheers. Sound. Yeah. Met loads of cool people too, so, and a lot of the bands are just brilliant, you know. Lovely lads. Thank you.
So that's it. It's Richie from the Metal Cell podcast. Thanks again to the lads, and don't forget the Urban Assault warm-up show is on February the 8th, and the actual show itself, Urban Assault, is February the 28th and 29th.
Yeah.
And tickets are for sale in the Bunker and off John on the Irish Metal Archives. Big Cartel, isn't
just
it?
a Big Cartel page, yeah.
Yeah.
It's collect on the door, so.
Or clicked on the door as well, yeah.
All of the links for buying tickets and stuff are on the event page in the description.
Yeah,
so you can
I'll have it on my side as well.
Cool. Perfect.
Cheers, lads. Over and out.
All right, thanks for listening.